Welcome to Make Something. I'm David Picciuto. Today we are going back to school to make a classic trapper keeper, but out of solid wood. Today's video is brought to you by Policy Genius. Basically, what I've done up to this point is made walnut plywood. On this top layer, I have the grain going this way, the middle layer, the grain is going this way, and on the bottom, the grain is going this way. That alternating grain pattern makes for a very stiff and flat board. If I was just going to cut 1/8 inch walnut out of solid wood, it's going to want to flex, and it's definitely not going to be this stiff. I've got a dedicated video on resawing veneers on the bandsaw, so if you're looking to cut thin stock, you might want to check that out. So the next thing I need to do is get a straight edge. Right now I have no straight edges on here, so I'm going to use this sled to get one straight edge on this board. Then once I get that straight edge, I can start using the fence on my table saw to cut the remaining sides. Before we finish up these notebooks, I'd like to tell you about today's sponsor, and that is Policy Genius. If you have anyone relying on your income, you need life insurance. It's that simple. Policy Genius makes it easy to get life insurance done and done right. Summer's coming to an end and the leaves are about to fall. While Mother Nature does her thing to prepare you for the new season, you can do yours by getting a free life insurance quote with Policy Genius. To properly provide for their families, most people need 10 times the life insurance coverage that they get through their employer. Policy Genius makes it easy to compare quotes from a dozen top insurers all in one place. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. Eligible applicants can get covered in as little as a week thanks to an award-winning policy that swaps the standard medical exam requirement for a simple phone call. Getting started is easy. First, head to policygenius.com/makesomething. In minutes, you can work out how much life insurance coverage you need and compare personalized quotes to find your best price. When you're ready to apply, the Policy Genius team will handle the paperwork and scheduling for free. Policy Genius never sells your information to other companies, and Policy Genius doesn't add on extra fees. The licensed experts at Policy Genius work for you, not the insurance companies, so you can trust them to help you navigate every step of the shopping and buying process. Head to policygenius.com/makesomething to get started right now. Thank you, Policy Genius. Now let's get back to this notebook. So just for fun, I laser engraved some designs on there and just taking a little bit of craft paint, and I'm going to fill in where that laser cut. I put masking tape over top of that so I can fill this with paint and pull that off. And the laser cuts right through that masking tape. All of the wood panels have a few coats of spray lacquer on one side. The other side is left bare because I need to put glue on here. I found some leather that I cut up and then sewed a pocket on there. And then on the back side, a couple little areas are going to peek through. And so I put some wood conditioner on there to darken that up. But I didn't want to put wood conditioner over the whole thing. That way the glue will stick to it. I am going to use contact cement, and I'm going to put a coat of contact cement on the leather, put a coat of contact cement on the wood, let it sit for a little bit, it gets tacky, and then as soon as they touch, it's an instant bond forever. I'm using a foam brush. It's because I don't seem to have any regular brushes. That would probably be better. This stuff does smell, so make sure you're in a ventilated area because I can't imagine this being good for you. Yeah, the foam brush is not the way to go with this. You want a regular brush, like a regular person. You only get one shot because it's going to stick and stick forever. That Eminem song is playing in the background. I think it's called Mom Spaghetti. I robbed this out of an old binder, and we're just gonna hot glue this in place. If the hot glue doesn't work, we'll put some rivets in there. But this is some good stuff. I'm pretty sure this is gonna work. And I used to make wooden clipboards, and this is a leftover clip from those days. Again, if it doesn't hold, we'll put some rivets in there. But I'm 99% sure that's going to hold just fine. Some Velcro. I don't think that adhesive on the Velcro is going to stick to the leather, so we're going to reinforce that with some hot glue. There it is. That turned out really good. That was an experiment that worked. Making my own solid walnut plywood. I mean, I could have bought some 1/8 inch walnut plywood, but I didn't want that core to show through. I wanted it to be solid walnut. I wanted the challenge of trying to make my own walnut. And sometimes that's the purpose of the projects, is just, it's purely art. It's for the challenge. It's for the love of it. So that's why I did that. Those boards will stay nice and flat. It works really well. The leather is nice and flexible, I would say, and holds everything nice and neat. First time I've ever done the stitching on leather, and I think that came out really well. This is a Trapper Keeper. This is a new one, not one of the classic ones. I used to cut open the vinyl on there, stick pictures of my favorite rock bands in there, and make it my own. But anyway, I found that font and then used it to say make something, the name of this channel. And then on all the old classic ones, it has that border around there, the rounded corner border on everything, so I stuck with that. If I were ever to do this again, I would try to experiment with doing a wood joint here, maybe cutting a bunch of slots in a piece of wood that allows it to flex. That would have its challenges for sure. Instead of a solid piece of walnut veneer in the front, I would probably cut out a bunch of little pieces and do some sort of design, some sort of 80s design on there. So if I ever did this again, I know that I would challenge myself even more, but that was super fun. That is gonna wrap it up. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new here, we put out new woodworking videos every week. I also got a Patreon page where we have a little bit of behind the scenes, and you get a coupon code to my store every month. Thank you for watching. It's time to go back to school. We'll see you soon with another fun project. As always, be safe, have fun, stay passionate, and make something.